The next category that I will be discussing is category number 5, reducing and managing waste. This category is important because through the production, use, and disposal of goods, we are generating so much waste that we're not able to deal with it in a sustainable manner. And waste disposal is impactful in a variety of ways, including negatively impacting the environment by having increased carbon dioxide emissions, which contribute to the worsening climate crisis, causing habitat destruction and impacts the vitality of wildlife, and lastly, creating negative impacts to human health, such as respiratory issues from the incineration of waste. At Castle Long Beach, we encourage you to practice the waste not principles of rethinking, reducing, and reusing materials as much as possible before ultimately going to recycling and responsible disposal. This category has 5 action items. Action item 5.1, requesting an appropriate number of trash, recycling, and compost bins. So whenever you're reserving an event space, this will be entered into the event management system or EMS. Make sure to request an adequate number of recycling and trash bins for your event size. And if you're going to be serving food at your event and there's going to be more than 50 attendees, you will also be required to order compost bins. If you have any questions regarding how many bins to order, please contact the campus events office. For action item 5.2, installing bin signage with clear instructions on proper waste sorting practices. If you order bins from event services, they will already come with standard signage, but it can be helpful to your event attendees to create custom signs that depict the specific items that will be present at your event. Adding custom visuals can reduce confusion about where items should be placed, and this will also hopefully reduce the amount of contamination. In our toolkit, you will find a link to a signage maker that you can use. For item 5.3, setting a waste diversion goal. You can encourage attendees to participate and raise awareness about your waste diversion goal through signage, announcements, or interactive activities that promote recycling, composting, and waste reduction. Communicating your sustainability goals to the participants, vendors, and caterers can encourage compliance. For action item 5.4, informing all team members and partners about the single-use plastics policy. So starting January 2023, the CSU placed a ban on single-use plastic items like straws, bags, takeout containers, and water bottles. We encourage you to share information about this policy with your planning team and outside partners and vendors to encourage them and everyone to be prepared to comply. Please reference the toolkit to access our plastic alternatives matrix for best practices for replacing these single-use items. And lastly, 5.5, saving decor for future use. We encourage you to create a storage system to use items from previous events and save new reusable decor for future events. In our toolkit, we have resources such as for action item 5.2, we have a link to a sign maker that you can utilize to create signs that have pictures of the things that you're going to specifically have at your event, and this will help participants to know where to dispose anything that they used while they were eating and drinking. And for item 5.4, we have this QR code that you can attach to any of your materials for marketing, so that anyone who's going to be participating, that's a vendor or a caterer, they can be ready to comply with our single-use plastics policy. And this concludes Module 6 of the training.